We was on the bottom, yeah. Now we headed to the top. New level. On my level, don't see anybody. I don't see him. This right here could never stop. This could never stop. Hey, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah. Hey, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah. Hey, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah. Hey, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah. One time. Hey. I live on a job, right? Yeah, I'm always at work, right? Real people stay by me, right? Haters wanna do hurt, right? Know they tryna stop me, right? Drag my name through dirt, right? I don't feed into the hate, right? I just answer with a smirk, facts. I feel so special, facts. I know my worth, facts. My bloodline royal, facts. We the kings of the earth, right? You can't stop this, nah. You can't stop this, no way.
Go back to Deuteronomy 28:48. Remember, I told you I was gonna make a point to prove to you that this book actually belongs to y'all. Watch this.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemy.
God warned the nation of Israel, the Puerto Ricans, the Black Americans, the Haitians, the Jamaicans, the Native Americans. If we don't listen to our God, he would put us in a servitude position. That's why he has to come and save us out of it. Read.
Which the Lord shall send against you.
You heard that? God is going to put us in that position of servitude. Examine the Puerto Ricans today. Puerto Rico is owned by who? The United States. The blacks that are in America today are owned by who? The Native Americans that originated in this land are owned by who? God said that the nation of Israel would be in a servile position. Read. In hunger. If you want food, where do you have to go get it from? Give me a location. Where do you have to get your food? Publix, right? Publix is right there. What nation of people own Publix? Oh, you got the whispering now. Bro, you got the freedom of speech, buddy. Where do you get your food from? What nation of people? That's what we're asking. I want you to name anywhere that you go shopping for food. Anywhere. Who owns that? The resources that's in that store in El Bogadon, they get it from this nation. So in food, you have to serve your enemies. Read.
And in third,
anything that you want to drink, water, soda, Coca-Cola, you got to go to that same person that did this to you to get it. Read.
And naked
clothes on your back, Miguel. If you want a t-shirt, a white t-shirt, a pink shirt, a pair of jeans, you got to go to the same people that did this to you to get it.
Read. And in want of all things.
Here's the kicker. To prove to you that the Bible has no private interpretation, I want you to name me one thing that you don't get from your oppressor. One. Name me one thing that you don't have to get from your oppressor. Just one. Can't name one. How about you? Yes. They taught us how to love. Why do I say that? They taught us this. I'm being real with you. I'm being real with you. And they taught us that this is love. Can you say you speak English? I want you to name me one thing that you don't get from your oppressor. Can't name one. The Bible said, and what?
And in want of all things.
He said, in anything that you want. You want a car? Where you got to go? You got to go to Ford. You want a house? Guess who you got to go to? Hey, Wells Fargo, I need a loan. You need a pair of shoes, where you gotta go? You need a driver's license, where you gotta go? Death certificate, where you gotta go? From what nation of, watch this. The same person that you gotta get all of that from, I got one question for you before you go to.
And he,
And who?
and he
That same person that you're serving
shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
Now, let's examine your history. When Christopher Columbus came, what did he do to the people? He put yokes of iron upon your parents' neck, on your parents' neck, on our parents' necks. That's the interpretation of the Bible. But guess what? They're not going to read that to you in church. The Bible is a history book. The Bible said that yokes of iron would be put on your necks. Who is the Bible talking to? The nation of Israel. You're from the tribe of Ephraim. There is no such thing as Puerto Rican in the Bible. There is no such thing as a black American in the Bible. You have to go? All right, hey, look. Y'all need to understand who y'all are according to God. One question before y'all leave. And I want y'all to answer this as truthfully as possible. Because there's a lot of cobwebs in our head. Because he explained to you this, right? And he said that it comes with another gospel. So watch this. This is my question. And I want you to answer it with the Bible, not with your feelings or anything like that. Right? This is my question. Miguel, does God love everybody? Biblically. So he loves everybody except the devil. How about you? Okay, get Romans 9:13. We're going to read the Bible. And no problem. We're going to make it fast. I'm going to read the Bible. You said everybody except the devil. You said everybody. No, you said everybody except the devil. You said everybody. Okay, watch this.
Romans chapter 9 and verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved.
Jacob, God loved.
But Esau have I hated.
What did God say?
Esau have I hated.
Who did God hate? Ooh. You know why it's important to know that? Because you have to know if Esau is not you.
Right.
Who is Esau? Uh-huh.
Oh, God.
Okay. So what you're telling me right now is what we just read doesn't mean what it says. Is that what you're telling me? Because we just read it. Right now you're giving me your interpretation of what you think it means. Right? No, I just read it. I just read it and I asked you, who did he hate? I didn't give an interpretation. There's allegories in the Bible. Okay, so I'll give you a precept for it. Get Isaiah chapter 40, verse 17. And there's a reason why I asked y'all this question. Because I knew it was going to make y'all, whoa, wait, hold on. Whoa, I was taught one thing, but I don't really, the truth is, y'all really don't know what that means. That's the truth. But watch this.
Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 17. All nations before him are as nothing.
What does that mean? Yeah, how about you? I'll show you. Amos chapter 3 verse 1. I'll go to the Bible and give you what that means. Right? I'm not going to say this is my interpretation ABC. We're going to go precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. And you will understand. Watch this. Amos chapter 3 verse 1.
Amos chapter 3 and verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
Who's the target audience? Who is God talking to? We're reading the Bible. Who is God talking to? Read it again.
Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
Who is he talking to? What did it say? Read it again.
Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
Who is he talking to? There we go. He's talking to Israel. Anytime you read the Bible, you will see Israel being addressed. But watch this. This is what he said to the nation of Israel. Read.
Against the whole family, which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying,
God destroyed Egypt for Israel. He killed all firstborn for Israel. He sent darkness for Israel. He sent plagues of frogs for Israel. He sent locusts for Israel to deliver Israel. Let my people go. We hear that all the time. Watch this.
you only.
What did God say?
You only.
What did God say?
You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
What does that mean? No problem. We're going to read it again. Because a lot of people want to give you an interpretation, but what we're doing is giving you the scripture.
Right.
Read.
Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family, which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
What does that mean? Right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
What about this one where it says, God so loved
I'll make that clear for you, right? But do you understand what this scripture just said? You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Do you understand what that means? Okay. No problem. Watch this. You quoted me John chapter 3 verse 16. That's what you quoted me. I'm going to prove to you that you got. I'm going to let the proof go. I'm going to show you that you have another man's interpretation of that. You know why? John 3:16. You know what it says. For God. Not perish. Everlasting life, right? So watch this. What does verse 15 say? Okay, what does verse 15 say? You know 16 verbatim, but what does verse 15 say? No problem. You know 16 verbatim. What does verse 17 say? This is the thing. Whoever taught you 16 never taught you 17. Whoever taught you 16 never taught you 15. Whoever taught you 16 never told you to start at verse 1. Let's go to John chapter 3 verse 16. Do you see a problem in that? But this is the thing. For you to only know that one verse that's in the middle of the chapter is a problem.
No, it's not. It's my problem.
It is. The whole world knows John 3:16, but has no clue what verse 15 says. No clue what verse 17 says. Why do you think that is?
So basically, I want you to return to that verse. Only means that you're talking about.
Does God love everybody, right? Get James chapter 4, verse 4. I'm going to give you the understanding of the Bible. Because the scripture says, I change not. Watch this. And you tell me what it means. Remember, we read, you only have I known. And he was speaking to Israel. James 4:4.
James chapter 4, verse 4. Ye adulterers and adulteress, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God?
Does God love the world? If friendship of the world is enmity with God, does God love the world?
James chapter 4, verse 4. Ye adulterers and adulteress, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God?
Does God love the world? So that. Okay, so that world, is it referring to the people or is it referring to the land? To the people. So God says that. Okay, go back to John chapter 3. We're going to go to John chapter 3 and explain it to you. Because there is a contradiction in the Baptist religion, the Catholic religion, the Seventh-day Adventist religion. There's so many holes and lies in those religions to where we go to a basic precept and the people that go to that church or are in that religion can never explain what God is really saying. For instance, everybody thinks God looks like this, but there is no scripture that says he got blonde hair. There is no scripture that says he has blue eyes. There is no scripture. But when we open the Bible and show that he's black, that's your interpretation. That's what religion does. John chapter 3, verse 14.
John chapter 3 and verse 14. And as Moses lifted up the serpent in the...
Do you know the history of Moses lifting up the serpent? Hey, no problem. You know what's going on right now? God is calling you.
That's right.
God is calling you right now. And God does not want you to be a born-again Christian in Christianity. Christianity is the most bloodiest KKK religion on the earth.
That's right.
Facts. No, but are you in that religion?
I'm in no religion.
Okay. So you're a born again what? Born again what? So are you in Christianity? But what I'm trying to show you is you need to find out what way is the right way. And the right way is keeping God's commandments.
That's right.
That's straight up. Christianity can be destroyed with one scripture in the Bible. There's one scripture in the Bible that you go to that will prove to you Christianity is a lie. Do you want to hear that scripture?
Bring it out.
Okay. So, before you leave, you're from the nation of Israel. That's what you need to know. You're not Puerto Rican. We're located in Pompano Beach. Give us a call. We got brothers all in West Palm Beach, all in whatever we're in this area. You have to read the Bible. Revelation 1 and 3. So, with the little bit that we gave you, because we do got to go, there's a lot of research that you have to do of the true God. And don't just submit to what the world is saying. Don't submit to what religion is saying. Don't submit to what the Facebook post is saying. You need to submit to the word, to the scripture. Read.
Revelations chapter 1 and verse 3. Blessed.
What?
Blessed.
What?
Blessed.
You want to be blessed, right? The way you do that,
blessed is he that readeth.
that what?
That readeth.
That what?
That readeth.
If you want to be blessed, you have to go purchase a Bible and read it.
That's right.
Don't just sit back and listen to what the pastor is saying, because he's going to give you his interpretation.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.